Hello children, welcome to everyone. In my previous lecture, you have studied what is atom and the theory led by atom, that is Dalton atomic theory. And in today's lecture, we are going to study a very important point of the chapter, that is discovery of electron and cathode ray discharge tube. So let's start with discovery of electron. Children, you are knowing that one fabulous physicist of England, namely J.J. Thomson, in 1896 tried to pass electricity through a gases, and he found that electricity in gases can only be passed by applying high voltage source, that is of order 5000 to 10,000 volt and a very low pressure, and the range of pressure should be of the order, that is this 1 millimeter mm. This may be also written as 10 to the power minus 2 to 10 to the power minus 3 mm pressure. So by applying high voltage source and low pressure, then he finds that there is a emission of invisible rays, that rays were in later called cathode rays, and they were associated or composed with negatively charged particles called electron. Okay? So, in this section, we are going to study that how electron was discovered and what is cathode ray tube or what is cathode ray discharge tube. So, the experiment which was led by J.J. Thomson was carried out in a tube. That tube is known as discharge tube, and the experiment was named discharge tube experiment. And from this experiment, he showed that there is a emission of cathode rays which originate from cathode and they are moving towards anode. So let's start. What is discharge tube? So children, the figure of discharge tube is designated here. This discharge tube is made up of a perfectly leak-proof glass tube. Perfectly leak-proof glass tube called discharge tube. And this discharge tube is connected with metallic electrodes, and one metallic electrode was termed as anode and other as a cathode. This tube is connected to a high vacuum pump, and this high vacuum pump has a capacity to reduce the pressure, that is from this order, from 0.01 to 0.001 millimeter. The capacity of this vacuum pump to reduce the pressure of this order of the gas, and the gas which we have to study is filled inside the tube. The gas which we have to study or examine is filled inside the tube. Okay, and these electrodes are connected to a high voltage power supply, and the voltage which is required for this discharge tube is nearly of the order 5000 to 10,000 volt. 5000 to 10,000 volt. Alright? So this is the description of the discharge tube. What happens? By passing high voltage supply, that is of the order 5000 to 10,000 volt, at very low pressure 10 to the power minus 2 to 10 to the power minus 3 millimeter, or of the order 0.01 to 0.01 millimeter, then the gases which are filled inside the tube, the pressure of the gas which is present inside the tube becomes quite low. That's why they start to glow at the side of anode. This one, they are started glowing at the side of anode, and the glowing of this gases is due to the emission of some invisible stream of rays, and that rays were nothing called cathode rays. These rays were called cathode rays. Cathode rays which were associated with negatively charged particles, and that particles were called electron. And the charge of electron is minus 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb, that is represented by C R by Q, and the mass of the electron was, that is 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kilogram, or that is 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 28 grams. Alright it there? So from this experiment, what results we are getting? Means, what are the results that is obtained by this very experiment? So listen carefully. First result of this experiment is that the cathode rays moves in a straight line in the absence of electric or magnetic field. First result of this experiment was that the cathode rays move in a straight line in the absence of electric or magnetic field. Okay. Second result is what? In the presence of electric field or magnetic field, they carry a negatively charged particles called electrons. Alright? In the presence of electric or magnetic field, they carry a negatively charged particles, and these particles are nothing called electrons. Okay? And next, that is result is what? The cathode rays start from the cathode. Listen carefully. Cathode rays, that is start from the cathode and move towards anode. That is the third result drawn by this experiment. And one more point, these cathode rays can penetrate the metallic foil. These cathode rays can penetrate the metallic foil. So these are the observed results led by this experiment. So children must remember how this experiment is carried out and what is discharge tube, what is the role of that is power supply, means high voltage power, what is the role of here pressure. So it is very important to know what pressure is required, what voltage is required to the gases which are filled inside the tube. In the discharge tube are also known as cathode ray discharge tube. Let it learn. One point in this section you have to study that what is the charge mass ratio of electron, shortly known as E by M ratio. Shortly known as E by M ratio means that is charge of electron by mass of the electron ratio is termed E by Em ratio. So children, perhaps in 1897, J.J. Thomson measured the electron, or you can say that is ratio of E by M by applying or by using cathode ray tube. This E by M ratio is measured by J.J. Thomson by applying the cathode ray tube, and also he used the that is high electric and magnetic field perpendicular to each other. Also applied the high electric and magnetic field perpendicular to each other, and he find that E by M ratio comes as, so E by M ratio, that is the charge of electron and that is the mass of electron. So just you have to find that charge of electron is what? That is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb, and mass of the electron is what? 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kilogram. Alright? So this may be written as 1.6 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 19 plus 31. Am I right, student? So this value on solving will come nearly equal to 1.75 into 10 to the power 11 coulomb per kg, or may be written as 1.75 into 10 to the power 11 coulomb per kg. Coulomb is either represented by C or by K, which is the unit of charge. So this is the E by M ratio of electron, also termed charge mass ratio. Also termed charge mass ratio, which value is 1.75 into 10 to the power 11 coulomb per kg. Alright. Next point in this section you have to study what is the charge of electron. So student, charge of electron is determined by English physicist Robert Mulliken, and he find that the charge of the electron is 1.6, and he find that the charge of the electron is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. But what is the mass of electron? So mass of the electron is defined, suppose this is representing mass of electron. So mass of electron is defined by using the formula charge of the electron and divided by charge mass ratio. The must remember the charge of the electron was given by Robert Mulliken, was found by Robert Mulliken, and the value was this one, and the mass of the electron can be found by using the formula that is charge of the electron divided by electron mass ratio, or that is charge mass ratio, or E by M ratio. So that is value of E is what? That is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19, and just you have determined E by M ratio value, that is nearly 1.75 into 10 to the power 11 coulomb. Right? So on solving this one, what you get? That is 1.6, 1.75 become 10 to the power minus 19 and minus into 10 to the power minus 11. This will go in the numerator and become minus. So may be written as 10 to the power minus 19 and minus 11. Okay? So this will become what? So that will become 1.6, 1.75 into 10 to the power minus 30, that is kilogram. And when you solve this point, it will come nearly equal to 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kilogram. So mass of electrons is found by using formula this one, and mass of electron is nothing, it is 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kilogram, which is just nearly equal, must remember, just nearly equal to 1 upon 1837th of the mass of hydrogen atom. This point must remember, this mass of electron is equals to the 1 upon 1837th, 1837th of the mass of hydrogen atom, which is almost negligible. Very least mass is this one, so we can say it is almost negligible. So remember this point, that is mass of the electron is this one, which is just equal to 1 upon 1837, or you can say 1 upon 1837th of the mass of hydrogen atom is the mass of electron. Okay children? So this is all about your discovery of electron and cathode ray discharge tube. Must remember this point, must know the numerical values of, that is E, that is mass of electron, that is E by M value. So that will be easier for you to find the solution of any question. Okay? So students, in next lecture or in my upcoming lecture, you will study how proton is discovered, and proton is the other subatomic particle. As I have discussed earlier, an atom can be subdivided into subatomic particles. These subatomic particles are electron, proton and neutrons, in which just we have studied discovery of electron, cathode ray, discharge tube, what is the results led by this experiment, and what are the values of, that is charge mass ratio, what is the charge of electron, what is the mass of electron, how mass of electron is calculated, and what is the mass of electron relation with mass of hydrogen atom. So must remember children these points. So in next coming lecture we will study discovery of proton and discovery of neutrons. Two subatomic particles are left, that will I finish in next lecture. So student must remember and make the notes properly. They are the very simple explanation for you. Never you got. So must remember, must make note, and then you will be in position to know the facts of these points. Alright student? So that's all today. Thank you very much. Be sincere, stay safe.